Hey, how's it going? We just released our brand new jig heads. I've been working on these for, God, I don't know, a little over a year. Put a lot of time into making these just the most durable jig heads I could possibly make. We worked with Mustad and got a custom hook made. So it's got a 2x strong wire, so you don't have to worry about any bending or breaking. It's got an upgraded alpha point on it, which means it's sharper and it's more durable, so it stays sharper longer. And then the silvery coating on here is the biggest piece of this puzzle. This is called Titan Steel. It's got 500 hours of saltwater corrosion resistance. I put it to the test when I got my first samples about 6 weeks ago. Fished one for a day, caught 30 or 40 redfish on it. I dropped it in a bottle of salt water. It sat in that bottle for over 700 hours with no rust on it. I've also had a couple on my rods that I've been using for about 6 weeks. Caught a couple hundred fish on both of those. Points are still sharp. You know, they're scuffed up pretty good, and they're still kicking. You know, I've retied the leaders a couple of times, but these things are just indestructible. Another part of this is the screw locks. I got these custom made as well, as they're made out of stainless steel, so these don't rust either. There's literally no weak points on any of the metal pieces on this jig head. And then another little thing I did is, if you see how this eye is recessed into the lead a little bit, that has a smooth transition right there between the eye of the hook and the jig head, so it keeps all the grass from getting stuck in that little nook when you're reeling it in. Obviously not going to be totally weedless, but still helps you a little bit. Just going to rig one of these up on our baits real quick. When you're putting these on the bait, pretty simple. Just kind of hold it up to it, measure where it's going to come out. If you look at our baits, we've got a AMF on the back of them, those initials. So you can kind of put it on there, line up where it's going to come out. So it's going to come out just touching the back side of the M. Just hold everything straight, put the hook point right in the middle of the front of the bait, and then just thread it on nice and straight, right? So we're going on straight this way, we're going on straight this way, and just slowly push it on there. And then just work the point out right on the back side of that M like we just talked about. You're going to just scoot it up till you hit the screw lock, and then you just start spinning it, bend that around. Pretty simple deal here. Get it butted up nice to the jig head, nice and straight. Right, work it around. So there you've got a nice straight presentation there. That lure's not going to be spinning and twisting all over the place. I always recommend using screw locks as well, because they'll hold on to this front of the bait, especially when you're catching fish. You know, the whole back of the lure will get shredded. You can just keep throwing it over and over and over again. It'll pull off the shank, but this little 1/4 inch up here that's screwed in, it's going to hold on a lot longer. You're going to get a lot more out of your baits, a lot more bites before you have to switch. Also, if you want to take this bait off and swap it, maybe put another color on or something, you can just unscrew it, right? And you know, the front of that bait's not going to be ruined. You can reuse it over and over again. You put it back in your box, you know, and then when you go to re-screw it on again, the front of that bait's not going to be all torn up and, you know, basically messed up and trashed like it would with a push-on jig head. So they're all on 2/0 hooks for now. We've got 4 different weights. We've got a 1/16 ounce right here. We've got an 1/8 ounce. We've got a 3/16 and a 1/4. These things match up perfectly with our baits. You can use them for all the sizes. These just hit our site. Our retailers are stocked. Go get you some while we got them.